Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Journey of Darkness. How are you guys doing today? How's life? In between the episodes, I didn't do much, well, at least nothing relevant to the progression of the mod pack, except getting a few pieces of steel. But on the non-relevant side of the mod pack, yes, we do have a bridge and we do have a smelter rebuilding. I also added one of the mods which I discovered on the Capper server, so that we can place down ingots. I have also updated the pack, my backpacks are gone, and now we just have the garbage one. Anyways, I need to find a few stuff in the world, so we need to go on a very small adventure on our brand new steed. Very observant people might get the reference. The problem is that despite its name, it's not the fastest thing in the world. Well, I was looking for some lily pads, but I'm also looking for crabs. They seem to be friendly. Ah yes, crab claw. It is a crafting ingredients that we need later on, so I was like, why not? Because they also seem to be pretty rare. Well, there seems to be a crab, which is going to give you the claws and you can use it in order to make a few tools, but there is also a king crab, which gives you pellets. And you need 9 of them in order to make pure pellets, and that is used in order to go to autumn. And talking about king crabs, there's one of them. They actually do quite a bit of damage, so... Oh, 100 health. Oh, we have 15. Okay, we're good. Oh, I have a ride. He has a ride. Interesting. I forgot to mention why we are adventuring. If you look at the quest for immersive engineering, you might notice that we need a decent supply of steel, and steel is going to take a little bit of time. So I thought to myself, instead of being AFK for steel, we use our time productively and focus a little bit on roots. The problem is that the crafting components of roots, which are mainly flowers, all of them require something special. For example, Deugonia requires a lily pad. Pereschia requires a lilac. Or I don't know, the spirit herbs requires a beetroot. But you get the idea, we need to gather some plants from the overworld, some plants from the nether, and then we should be good to go. Lilac. Nice. And tons of lily pads. Perfect. We can go home. After I gathered them, obviously. We are also looking for a few stuff in the nether. Is that one of them? No, that is grass. Okay. Stalagnate. This one. Oh, you can eat it? I don't know, it said green and chewy, I thought we can eat it. Yes, found another one. So we're just left with the magma flower seed. How do you even look like? Oh yes, magma flower. We take some. So I was going through the list and it seems that the first item that we have to craft is going to be the Deugonia. It's a good thing that we found lily pads. So this is crafting on a pyre. We need the petals, lapis, sugar, lily pad, and terramoss. I just love how it gives you the result. It's amazing. I know that you can plant most of the flowers in roots and get extra ones, but I'm not sure about this one. Oh, you can't plant it right now, you need extra steps. Fine. I was checking the recipes again and I noticed that we're missing so many items that I need to go on a very long adventure in the nether. So, in the meantime, maybe we should cook more steel. Cause I kind of just remembered we can chunk load stuff. Also, somebody was questioning my redstone skills and said that you don't need a clock, you just need a lever. Let us see if it works. He was right. Interesting. So why the hell did we always used to have a clock? I mean, it's not just me, even the quest reward is giving you a clock. I don't really know, but thank you for the information. While we are doing all of this, let us also get our Pereschia. Thank you. Which I believe is something that we can plant. Yes, perfect. We only need one. The reason that I wanted Pereschia was that you need it in order to make the runic shears from roots, because that is also going to give us a bunch of goodies. For example, if we want a mystic feather or the fey leather, we need to shear a few animals. It was just right click, right? Yes. Oh, the animation is nice. Thank you. And since I'm going adventuring, we might as well get our goodies. I love the animation. It's nice. I can shear the deers, right? Ah, nice. Do you give more? No. I think it also gives you other goodies, so we can harvest wheat. Yes. It gives you wild wheat, which of course can be planted. And beetroot should give me something else as well. Yes, spirit herb. We plant you too. So I will go to the nether, try to find the stuff that we need, and I'll be right back. This is a horrible nether. Everything wants to eat your face, but I think I have everything I need. Oops. So I did mention that we cannot plant some of the crops from roots, but I was actually wrong. There is a very special soil that we can make and we can grow everything on those. I completely forgot that they exist, but yes, they are in the JEI. I'm kind of blind. It's okay. Anyways, I already got the mushroom and now we're trying to make the infernal bulb. Very fancy name. Oh, it gives you the bucket back. Here is the first one. We need 2 of them. Cause you know, I need 1 in order to make this guy and I have no idea how to pronounce the name. However, for the guy whose name I cannot spell, we are going to need a wildwood log. That means I need a wild sapling, and I think I just have to plant a wild root over here. Maybe we can have 2. and we need to perform a ritual in order for it to grow. It's not that bad. Also, just before I mess it up, these guys have to be fully grown. Okay, so you need a bone meal, spirit herb, Deugonia, and the bark. No? No, it has to be dark oak. Ew. I have a feeling I stole some dark oak from a village. Or did I convert all of that into sticks? Probably. I can't believe that I actually have to make a journey just to get dark oak. But at least on the way I can gather some garbage. That gave me 9 wool. Really? Oh, it harvested everyone. I had no idea. That's a nice functionality. You also dropped something. Strange ooze. Oh, it's just an ore dictionary for slime. Okay, it's not that useful then. Yes, dark oak forest. We just take a bit. Just a bit. Oh, I'm full. Oh, you're also full. We don't need you. I am on my way back, but if we manage to find a fox, it would be great, because we also need to shear one of the foxes in order to get a very special leather, so that I can make the armor that I want. I know that I saw a few of them in the magical forest. It's okay, we will do that later on. I cannot believe I had to make that stupid journey just to get a bark. But there you go, now it should work. We should get 2 trees, hopefully. Oh, we only got 1. Okay, 1 is good enough. So the leaves are supposed to give us wild root, and that is true, but we are more interested in the log itself. I think apart from this guy whose name I cannot pronounce, we only have 2 left, Moonglow and Cloudberries. So I went up ahead and made the 2 additional crops that we were missing, and these are all the crops that we have from roots. Now we need to start making the soil, which does not have a crazy recipe, but that was my entire supply of bone blocks. That should give me all of them? Yes, very good. And I'm assuming we can plant everything on it. Okay, that is great. The block that we just crafted is called the elemental soil, and we can plant every single crop from roots on top of it except the mushroom. I think that requires podzol. But here is the interesting part, we can also augment it to do special things. For example, it can increase growth rate, it can harvest the crops whenever they're fully grown, or it can even cook the drops, or it can increase the yield. Later on we need to start making biodiesel, and I did not find a harvester, and we cannot even make a garden cloche, so I think this is the only way that we can automate the production of sugarcane and hemp. For biodiesel. Because there is a ritual which acts like a vacuum hopper, I forgot the name, yes, Ritual of Gathering. And apparently there is a harvest too. Okay, we will see which one we do. For the moment I just want growth acceleration, and what we have to do is to just climb to Y level 90 and drop it on the ground. Like so. 2.5 seconds, we should get it. Yes, it wasn't working because the sky was blocked. If you drop it, it should work. There you go. I wanted to make a very small area for our root crops, and I thought I'm going to make different patches and have a patch for every single crop. But do you know those stupid farms that everybody makes on Minecraft, which has a fence which doesn't even look like a fence and it looks weird? I just realized I sound very weird. Let me make it, then you will tell me if it's bad. Yeah, basically I meant something like this. I have never built one in my life and I just randomly placed blocks. Looks a little bit haphazard, but I'm guessing that's the point. But at least inside we have all the crops that we need, even the mushrooms, but technically you don't need to plant them because you can just bone meal them and they will be turned into a giant mushroom. So it's mainly for decorations. That's it. And since this looks a little bit weird, I thought maybe we add some leaves? Make it look more weird? I don't know. Yes, I would say everything looks nicer with leaves. I'm happy. But here is the point, now I want to start getting the wildwood armor. It's nothing super fancy, it's just a little bit of a grind, but I'm not in a hurry because I'm still waiting for steel. Also, we don't really need that, but it's just for fun. I know you can't see me. I'm perfectly camouflaged. So you do need the clock, otherwise you have to restart it every time and it's not very consistent. I personally think that if 4 million people use clocks, maybe there is a reason behind it. But at least now we know. I look weird, I know. Okay, I think we had enough of roots for one day and it's now time to get back to the main task at hand, which is immersive engineering. Oh, by the way, the roots armor actually heals you. It's so nice, it gives you regeneration. I was also reading the book and it seems that Roots has gone through an update and we have a set of brand new tools. We can't really make them because in order to make the ruined obsidian, we need pulverized obsidian. Which is really not going to happen until I make the crusher, but I'm very interested in their special abilities. Because you will have an excavator, you will have a hammer, and you have a sword, which is decent. And also did I mention that all of them are going to have auto mending, so it's going to be neat. Anyhow, as I have already mentioned, for immersive engineering we're going to go with thermoelectric generators. And as usual, I made a pit. We're going to fill it in with thermoelectric generators. It's going to be hyper expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. Do you know why? Because mechanism generators are not in the pack, so immersive engineering is going to be the only way that we are going to produce RF for a very long time. Also, I kind of lost my appetite for rushing towards applied energistics and I want to do immersive engineering properly. Do you know why I lost my appetite? You can see it in the quests. Yes, you can unlock applied energistics, but you will only get the normal terminal. If you want the crafting terminal, it's here, after Ender IO. So yes, applied energistics is not that far away, but it's going to be a garbage applied energistics because you cannot craft anything. You have to pick everything out of your system, then craft it in a normal crafting table. Why did they decide to do that? I don't know. Really don't know. The only thing that I know is that I'm not really interested in a handicapped applied energistic system. I want the proper one. It's just that thermoelectric generators are incredibly expensive. And I really need more of these guys. Whatever I do, I'm very short on resources. I still need to make 4 of these guys in order to power the factory that I have in mind, and I'm out of copper and I'm out of steel. So we need to fix it. Well, copper itself is not something fixable, I just have to go mining, but for the steel, maybe we have an option. It's just that we need a teeny tiny bit of blood, as usual, and sleeping is not the worst idea ever. Oh, did I mention that we have alloy kilns? They look horrendous, so I just had to hide them underground. Not that they look amazing right now, but I think it's slightly better. We need to make as much as this stone as we can. We can make 1 stack. Nice. And if I manage to make 2 more coke ovens, that would be just amazing. That's 54, right? Okay, and of course we want 1 more blast furnace. I know it's supposed to be 27, but yes, we do have an extra. Really not in the mood for you guys. Done this at the start of the episode so that we would have enough steel, but you know, that is in hindsight. Although it's not that I also had the resources, I'm still very poor. But all of that being said, without using any power, we have doubled our production. It's just that we need some sort of a pipe. Oh, I can make this one. Okay, that's good. Because you know, the quest actually gave us only 1 fluid duct, and now that we have 4 of these guys, I need a little bit more. So in line with our shortage of copper, I decided to go mining, and then I thought I should definitely bring you guys in for this beautiful scene. Don't you just love the underground's biome? It enhances your Minecraft experience. I mean, look at the beautiful combination of blocks. It's so realistic. It reminds me of every single cave that I've been through. And every single block has an amazing texture. Look at this chalk, for instance. You can use it for everything. Yeah, I don't really understand what is the point of this mod. I just want a lot of aluminium for decorations and copper for functional stuff. So our resource situation has been solved. I'm smelting some ingots, I'm making some plates and wires, and eventually we should be able to make the other thermoelectric generators so that this setup would be complete. The problem that I have right now is that I want to do wiring and we have to use immersive engineering because we don't have any other option. But here's the point, I want to do it in HP, because you know, I want to make a permanent power grid for immersive engineering and I prefer to keep it for a few episodes, so this is why I decided to use HV. Here is the problem. Insulating glass. I'm not going to comment on the fact that you need 12 steel in order to just make 1 relay, but you also need steel blend. You cannot hammer it down, you need a crusher. I started working on the crusher a while ago, but we're still missing the engineering blocks and, well, they're kind of expensive. We need 10 of these. But nonetheless, this is going to be our temporary crusher. It's just that I don't really remember how to make it. Okay, so it's something like this? Yep. I forgot my hammer. Oh, okay, now it worked. I was wondering where's the block. I'm just hoping that this guy is going to work with something around 40 RF per tick. It's not something difficult to test, we shall test it. So each relay is going to need 8 dust, and I might need 4 of them. Half a stack of steel. It does work. A chest would have been helpful. So I took the crate from this guy, and we also had a quest in order to make 20 coke dust. I'm assuming it's for HOP graphite. But this is where I'm a little bit confused, because you need 8 coke dust in order to make 1 graphite. So why only 20? You need 24. Well, actually my bad, you need 32 just to make 1 electrode. All I'm saying is that if the quest is asking you to make 10, make 100. I saw a design for a power post online and I really enjoyed it. It looked something like this. The problem is that I don't really know where I saw it, so I can't 100% replicate it. But essentially it was scaffolding and pipes. And thankfully the recipe for the aluminium scaffolding has not been changed. The recipe for the sheet metal, it's garbage. So this is going to be the shape of our power grid, and yes, it does connect. Nice. I have no idea what is the range on the cables because I normally use them for aesthetics. And when you're doing something for aesthetics, you don't really care. Anyways, aesthetics is not something that is going to make me very happy at this very moment. Production of steel is. And thankfully for the first time in this series, I think we have enough power to power these guys. I don't have scaffolding blocks, we use yellorium, and all of them connect. Perfect. And this is just a general wondering, how fast are you going to make me steel? Oh, it's much better. It's so much better. Cause you know, this is the speed for the other guy. Look how garbage it is. Although now that this is running so fast, maybe we need more coke ovens. Maybe 6? Even though it doesn't look much, we have done a crazy amount of progress for one day. But now I'm actually worried about a few things. One is that I don't think we have enough coke ovens, because if I want to run these guys constantly, that's not gonna be enough. Also, we are going to need a lot of cold coke in order to make electrodes, as well as some of the blocks. A radiator block, which we needed in order to make a diesel generator, needs graphite ingots. And you know, that is not very cheap. That is half a stack of cold coke just to make one block. Also, for a very weird reason, you need 4 radiator blocks just to make one ME drive. And that is, I don't know, like 2 stacks of cold coke? That's crazy. And the main reason that I made 2 of these blast furnaces, even though we're going to make an arc furnace, is that if you want to make steel ingots inside an arc furnace, you need 512 RF per tick. These guys, if both of them are running, it's 128 RF per tick. That's it. I don't know, it's just that I'm a little bit worried about cold coke as well as RF. I was also reading the engineer's manual, the wiki, and everything else I could find in order to find the ratio between coke ovens and an improved blast furnace. Unfortunately, I could not find one. Do you need 1 per one of those? Do you need 2? Do you need 3? Do you need 8? I have no idea. If you know, let me know. But those are the things that we are going to think about next episode, because I think it's also a good time to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.